The 7th-seeded Texas Tech Lady Raiders are facing the 2-seeded LSU Tigers at the Pete Maravich Center. This has to be some sort of like scary thing for anybody. I am sure that Krista Gerlich is up for the challenge. Considering what she did at West Texas A&M, made it to took them into the NCAA Division II tournament multiple times. At UT Arlington, took them into the WNIT a couple of times. Had multiple winning seasons there, just, you know, and at Texas Tech has been building them up. Gone to the WBIT, WNIT twice, made it to the Super 16 there. Now she's finally gotten them to the point that they can make an NCAA, but they're having to face Kim Mulkey and her pretty much juggernaut LSU Tigers. They may not be UConn or South Carolina or Texas for that matter, but still, it's Kim Mulkey. It's the LSU Tigers under Kim Mulkey. It's going to be scary no matter what. So to get here, Texas Tech had to beat Villanova 57-52. Hey, Villanova, no slouch. Big East school, of course they're going to go. Now, Texas Tech has beaten SEC schools, beat Arkansas, beat Mississippi State, uh, beat Baylor, who almost lost their game today if it wasn't for a call that, in all honesty, I consider to be idiotic, that turned the momentum of their game around. Now, they beat Jacksonville, which, they beat them 76-40, but they couldn't win the Big 12 tournament. LSU, on the other hand, just beat Jacksonville 116-58. They allowed them to score 18 more points than Texas Tech did, but went 40 something points, almost 40 something points better than what Tech did to them. Well, it was 40 points, pardon me. This is a no joke team in LSU. Texas Tech, Lady Red Raiders are, hey, a really good team. They didn't get beat until they got into conference play. Kansas State, well, their first loss of the season was to Kansas State, who also knocked them out of the Big 12 tournament. This is going to be a fascinating game. We're going to see how good the Big 12 is this year because Texas Tech was what, fourth best team in the conference. So them being the fourth best team in the conference, and LSU is considered the fourth best team, by record in the SEC. That's what you're going to have. Two fourth best teams. So we're going to cover this game by the numbers, as I always do. You know me. So let's get into it. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball, and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Neyland, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Okay, so the Lady Raiders, 72 points is what they score on average. They allow 57.9, 44.4 field goal percentage, 75.7 free throw percentage, 34.3 3-point percentage, 7.7 3 points made a game, 14.6 assists. They're doing okay at teamwork. 31.2 defensive rebounds a game. That's kind of weak sauce right there. They have 15.4 turnovers a game. 5.8 block shots. They're 8th in the nation on block shots. And they steal the ball 9.9 times a game. Now, their leading scorer is Bailey Maupin. 32.1 minutes, 15.1 points, 3.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.6 steals, 0.2 blocks, 3.3 turnovers, though. That's really high. 41.6 field goal percentage and 34.2 3-point percentage with 83.5 free throw percentage. Decent at 3-point, okay at field goal percentage. Shetta Collins, 23.6 minutes, 14.8 points, 2.7 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.8 blocks, 1.9 turnovers, 44.4 field goal percentage, 39.5 3-point percentage, and 78.6 free throw percentage. Now, Shetta Collins, straight up gunner. Jalen Bristow, who leads in rebounds and blocks, and she's a guard. That's a little unusual. 26.4 minutes, 10.9 points, 5.7 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.3 steals, 2.1 blocks, 2.3 turnovers, 40.6 field goal percentage, 31.1 3-point percentage, and 75.8 free throw percentage. Jada Malone, 15.3 minutes, 7.2 points, 3.5 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 0.5 steals, 0.2 blocks, 1.6 turnovers, 60.7 field goal percentage, but doesn't make three-pointers, 75.6 free throws. Now, Gemma Nunez leads in steals and assists. She's got 4.8 assists and 2.1 steals. You know, if they're going to play LSU, they're going to have to not have their leading scorer turn over the ball so much. Going to have to make slightly better shots. Not to mention, you've got two other players other than Bailey Maupin that 2.3 turnovers for both Gemma Nunez and Jalen Bristow. Okay, fine. You know, you're doing what you need to do, but you're turning over the ball a little too much. That's very exploitable. Hey, block shots, doing real good at that, but when you've got a guard doing your block shots and your next leading person is at 1.3 block shots, a forward, Seringbe Sanoga, you've got a problem in some fashions. Shetta Collins does 0.8 blocks a game. Dana Fritz does 0.8 blocks a game. You have some real good defense, but their steals are nothing to scoff at. They're doing good on that side of the ball, but they need to work better as a team. And honestly, I'm looking at this. Maybe they need to make smarter shots. So LSU, 94.5 points a game on average, first in the nation. They allow 60.8 points, so they allow about 3 more points than Tech. 50.4 73.5 field goal percentage. They're fourth in the nation on that. 73.5 free throw percentage. 38.1 3-point percentage. Oh, they're third in the nation on that one. They only make 5.8 3 points a game, though, so it's not as essential for their scoring. 18.3 assists a game. They're 10th in the nation, work really well as a team. 44 defensive rebounds a game. They're second in the nation on that. 14.6 turnovers. A little high, but 5.6 block shots. They're 10th in the nation, whereas Tech is 8th in the nation on that stat. And they have 11.4 steals a game. Now, hey, if you're going to talk, I know everybody talks Flau'jae, but Malaysia Full Willie really is the total package for this team. She leads in points, assists, steals, and blocks. No joke. One player, four categories. 22.7 minutes, 14.6 points, 3.8 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 3 steals, 1.4 blocks, 2.3 turnovers. Doing all that work, she looks better than Moppin. 47% field goal percentage, 32.5 3-point percentage, and 76.4 free throw percentage. So she's pretty much a gunner. Flau'jae, though, 25.2 minutes, 13.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.3 steals, 0.8 blocks, 1.8 turnovers, 45.8 field goal percentage, 40.2 3-point percentage, and 68.2 free throw percentage. Hey, Full Willie and Johnson get on the court, you know what time it is. Michaela Williams, another essential piece to this team. 28.3 minutes, 13.6 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.2 blocks, 2.5 turnovers, 50.3 field goal percentage, 42.1 3-point percentage, and 80.3 free throw percentage. What else can you say? Zakiya Johnson, 19.2 minutes, 9.9 points, 5.8 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.7 steals, 0.5 blocks, 1 turnover, 59.1 field goal percentage, 66.7 3-point percentage, and 68.2 free throw percentage. And Amaya Joyner, a forward, leads in rebounds with 7.4. I mean, maybe work on their turnovers in this game. Their shooting is, what can you say about their shooting? 50.5 field goal percentage, 38.1 3-point percentage. I mean, seriously, what can you complain about there? They're 10th in the nation on block shots with 5.6. Steals, 11.4. That's not. 18.3 assists. They're 48.5 rebounds, both offensive and defensive. 94.5 points. I mean, it's LSU. It's Kim Mulkey. This is a juggernaut team that is considered one of the elites. This year they had a few problems, but they're still better than what, 99% of the other teams in the field. I'm looking at these two teams. I don't know what the pros are saying. The only time I actually care is because ESPN will have them up. I mean, these two teams are both the fourth ranked teams within their conference, but in all honesty, LSU is at a different level. It is. I mean, you compare these two teams and LSU going down through where they're ranked in each category. In all honesty, I mean, free throw percentage, yeah, Texas Tech has it better. They're better at block shots. That's pretty much it. Better at holding the other team to less points, but This is LSU they're going up against. I don't see much of a path for Texas Tech to beat LSU. I really don't. This is go Tigers the entire way. There might be, in all honesty, I don't know what the pros are going to say, but I'm going to say that maybe 25% chance for the Lady Raiders to win this game. And I mean, I have nothing against Texas Tech. I was just looking through some of their players, and I mean, don't get me wrong, Maupin and Bristow impress me. Gemma Nunez impresses me, but you've got Jada Malone at 60.7 field goal percentage, 63.5 for Stringby Sonoga. But at the same time, Bailey Maupin, 3.3 turnovers. Really, you're only scoring, or you're scoring 15.1 points. You're doing a lot of work. I got to give her that. But 41.6 field goal percentage, 3.3 turnover rate, good number for 3-point percentage, and good number for free throw percentage. There's some shooting or there is some. Lisa Mulkey teaches the fundamentals. Know where you're at on the court. Know what shot you're going to make. They wouldn't have their percentages like they do if they didn't have that. Krista Gerlich is a good coach. I mean, overall, she's a 62.3. She's got a 62.3 win rate overall. 391 wins, 237 losses. She's 53.1 at Texas Tech. She's built them up into a team that deserves to be in the NCAA. I have no problems with seeing Texas, knowing that I will see Texas Tech in future NCAAs. But they're not ready for LSU. They really aren't. I don't. I've looked at their schedule. I'll be honest with you. Villanova is Villanova, Baylor, and TCU are probably their biggest challenges. And okay, yeah, they beat Baylor 87-56 and 61-60 this year. But in TCU they beat 62-60. But those two, after watching Baylor, I don't consider them on the level of LSU. So, this isn't against the Lady Raiders. I think they need that. Krista Gerlich just has to keep building her program. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, folks, before you leave, if you're can't become a member via my YouTube channel, which that's for my thinker. I've also got sports. I've got a Patreon. If you really, really want to help me out, I would be much appreciated. But hey, hitting like, hit subscribe, hit commenting, all those things really help me out. Have a good day.